You mentioned
Sure.
in your podcast, healthcare, right? How are the attack vectors going to change and increase in and around healthcare? And what are the data manipulation scenarios that might happen? Tell us a little bit about your thoughts there.
Sure, it can get super complex, Jeff. Telemedicine has picked up big time. In fact, I was talking to my uncle who happens to be a super experienced doctor, advising remote surgery, which is using the robotics in place. Now, just imagine an attacker ensuring that he gets into the system where these controls are being plugged in. And talking about laparoscopic surgeries, which are happening through these remote control devices. And if somehow, if these surgeries are being done remote, and there is an attacker who starts manipulating the data over here, we're talking about patients going down on the OT. And we are talking about organization, again, as a hospital, taking a reputation hit. And more importantly, there is a human life, which is super valuable at the end of the day, going down. This is a super complex case. Now, take an example of COVID vaccines. The amount of transport that is involved, and there's just a lot of control that needs to be brought in terms of how you're transporting these essential vaccines from place A to place B. You need to control temperature, you need to control a lot of parameters over there, if I will. What if those parameters are taking hit, if at all these are IoT driven systems?
Right.
So these are certain use cases that are boiling down big time, and attackers are leveraging loopholes, especially when we have started adapting digitization. When it is good to adapt digitization, there's no question about that. However, at what pace, at what risk, how much governance are we bringing in from a security threat landscape point of view is a larger question to be answered.
Yeah. Yeah. You talk about governance. I mean, getting people to agree on what to eat for dinner is hard enough.
It is. It is.
How are we supposed to do enterprise vertical standardizations across the globe? Because honestly, it's come to that, right? Because our systems are so intertwined. We can't just say this is an EU issue or an APAC issue. This is a worldwide issue.